Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today we'll be reviewing some more Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts. This is another double review, but also kind of a single review, and in essence also a triple review. But this is the Super Saiyan God S.H.Figuarts. We are looking at the original release and the event exclusive release. As I was recording this video, the announcement was made of the sort of new 4.0 body sculpt being used for Super Saiyan God Goku. I do think that the 2.0 body sculpt is good for Super Saiyan God Goku, provided all of the other Gokus get remade in the new body sculpt, but given what they've shown of the new body sculpt for Super Saiyan God Goku, I am very happy with this decision. He is noticeably slimmer, looks very, very good. It is the new engineering from the 4.0s, which I've dubbed 4.0, even though they could technically also be 3.0. Anyway, it's the new engineering from the 4.0 bodies, but slimmed down, and it is very nice to see that already they are using that new engineering for more versatile sculpts and characters, so that is very, very cool. I'm very much looking forward to that, as well as the Super Saiyan Blue Goku that they announced alongside it. But today we are looking at the original releases, in particular the very original release and the event exclusive. They are the same body sculpts, exactly same as the one that was released last year, but the coloring is different between them all, so we'll be talking briefly about them. So first up, taken out of the box, the loadouts are the same, so you get the figure itself, 4 alternate faces, as well as several different paired hands. It's a fairly standard loadout for Gokus and, for 2.0 Gokus, but it is a nice enough loadout. Usually 3 to 4 faces is what we get, and that's fine enough. And that is the same across the board for the event exclusive and the original release, same as the new release. The only difference is coloring as well as detail of faces. And here they are out of the box, and they look quite good. The much brighter oranges that they used for the gi, in particular for the original release of the Super Saiyan God Goku, were really nice. It was trying to capture that very, very bright color that he had when he fought Beerus in the movie. And it looked pretty good and translates fairly well into a figure. For comparison's sake, here is the one that was released last year as well, and they all look fairly good. The easiest way to differentiate them is the hairstyle, because one was sort of like a more traditional painted hair color of like this sort of bright cherry red. Then the event exclusive was like a more translucent plastic, and then the most recent release was more metallic. But they all look fairly good lined up. And realistically, there's no one that I think looks better than the other beyond just the more updated face detail that the most recent release had. But any of these figures look pretty much the same, and it really comes down to a matter of preference between, body color and hair color. Now, here he is next to the new 4.0 body sculpt, so you can see how the slim body works against the new sculpt. The brand new one that they did announce will be even slimmer still, or will match a little bit differently, so that is cool. But putting them side by side, I did think that the 2.0 body sculpt worked well if they just kept that for Super Saiyan God and left the new molds to continue on. I don't think it would have looked particularly odd, but new engineering is always welcome, so it will be cool, as well as new accessories. Now, for posability, nothing too crazy here. It is the standard 2.0 body sculpt for Goku, just a little bit slimmed down. So ball joint in the head and neck allows for good range of motion. Arm can move all the way around, butterfly in. There's an upper arm swivel, bend at the elbow, as well as ball hinge at the wrist. It's everything you expect from this mold at this point. There is a ball joint in the chest, allows for a little bit of crunching and rotation, swivel at the waist. You can do the splits that far, you can kick forward and back that far, and you can push it just a little bit higher as well. There's double bend at the knee, as well as a pivot and rotation at the ankle and bend at the toes. Somewhat limited by the boot, so a brand new sculpt will help that quite a bit as well. So the slimmer frame didn't really change articulation all that much, nothing too crazy. It's much like what I said in my review of this body type last year when they did the newest release of this body. Now, for faces, we get a neutral face out of the box. We get a smiling face, a teeth clenched angry face, as well as a shouting face, and that is the same for both releases, so, you know, it, again, matter of preference for colors. And with those accessories and the posability, you can get this Goku into some decent poses, nothing too crazy. Like I said, it's the limitations of the 2.0 body sculpt. If you're good at posing that body, then you'll have no trouble here, and nothing too crazy. If you get alternative aura effects, you can probably add a little bit more variety to it as well, but it is, you know, very much a stock standard Goku release. It was, up until now, the only body type for the Super Saiyan God Goku, so just visually it was enough to differentiate him and just have him in a collection. But, you know, with the next one coming out, who knows what else it'll come with. We already know it'll have a windswept hair effect, so they are gonna, you know, try and make this release way, way, way better. So it's a little bit weird reviewing this in hindsight of knowing that announcement, but as I was recording it, it hadn't been announced yet, but, you know, shortly through this whole process, like me dubbing over the audio, it had been announced, so it makes my review feel a little bit awkward doing it with, like, all this new information, but it is still a pretty good release. The standard release is obviously the cheapest and easiest to find. The other two, I think one was a Premium Bandai and one was an event exclusive, so a little bit hard to get a hold of. Again, matter of preference for colors, but, you know, if you just want a Super Saiyan God Goku and you want it easily findable, then the standard release is probably the best one, or you just hold out for the new ones coming next year. I would assume they are doing a full reveal at some point. Who knows, this review might be out by the time they even open up pre-orders, because my schedule of releasing these is a little bit awkward. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time. Oh hi, I didn't see you there. As you can see, I'm hard at work making new videos for the channel. Now, while I'm happy with where the channel is right now, I could use your help. By liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel, it helps out the YouTube algorithm and recommends my channel to more people. So if you like any of my videos, please let me know, it really helps out. And if you liked this one, please let me know too. It means a lot to me, and I really, really appreciate all of you guys.